Okay, kia ora everybody, and welcome to our learning bite for today. Today our presentation is called What Safe to Be Seen Actually Means. So no mai haere mai, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. And today I want to talk about something that sounds simple, but for many of us it's actually one of the deepest challenges we face. What does it really mean to be safe to be seen? Because for sensitive people, such as creators, professionals, leaders, artists, healers, visibility isn't just about marketing or putting yourself out there. Visibility is a nervous system experience. And if you've ever wanted to show up, but your body tightens, your mind starts spiraling, or you feel exposed because you've even posted something, then this is for you. And just quickly before we begin, if this resonates and you want to keep learning with me, I share more teachings here on my YouTube. There's also gentle reminders and behind the scenes stuff on Instagram, and we go together deep in my school community. So if you love these tangible tools, I also have books and workbooks available on my Shopify store, which I will put the links down in the description below. All right, let's get into it. Here's the simple truth. Safe to be seen means being visible on your own terms, showing up authentically without compromising your emotional well-being or your sense of self. So it's not about hiding, it's not about forced exposure, it's about building a way of being seen that you can actually live with. Because a lot of the visibility advice out there is built for people who have different nervous systems. It assumes you can push through discomfort, you can share every day, you can handle judgment easily, and you can bounce back quickly. But if you're sensitive or if you've been through hard experiences, your system doesn't respond to pressure with productivity. It responds with anxiety, shutdown, avoidance, overthinking, or even burnout. So, safe to be seen is the opposite of forcing yourself to become louder. It's about creating a protective container around your visibility. It's about shining while still staying grounded. Now, this is important because if visibility feels unsafe to you, it's not because you're weak and it's not because you just need more confidence. For sensitive individuals, being seen can activate one, past experiences. So maybe you were criticized, misunderstood, or punished for speaking up. Maybe you were mocked. Maybe you were made to feel like you were too much. Even if you've grown since then, your body remembers. So when you go to post or share, your nervous system responds like it's happening again. Number two, nervous system response. Visibility can trigger fight, flight, freeze. And the freeze part is the one people don't talk about enough. It's like procrastination. It looks like disappearing. It looks like I'll do it tomorrow. But really, it's your system saying this feels dangerous. Number three, energy sensitivity. Now, some people feel other people's reactions very deeply. Even neutral feedback can feel sharp to them. And if you absorb energy, visibility can feel like opening the door to a room full of strangers. So when people say, I don't know why this affects me so much, the answer is because it's not just strategy, it's safety. So when so what happens when we force ourselves to be visible in ways that aren't safe? The truth is we pay hidden costs. And the reason I'm so passionate about this is because I've seen brilliant people with real gifts disappear. Not because they weren't talented, but because visibility started to feel harmful to them. Unsafe visibility often leads out to burnout and depletion. You pass you push yourself past your limits long enough, and then your body eventually says no. And it's not just social media you want to escape, it's your own work. In authenticity, you create a safe persona, a version of yourself that feels accepted, but over time it disconnects you from your real voice. And people don't connect to masks, they connect to truth. And avoidance cycles. So if visibility keeps hurting, your brain starts associating it with danger. So you procrastinate, you self sabotage, you withdraw, then you feel guilty, and then you try again, and then it hurts again. And then that loop, as it continues on, becomes exhausting. But safe to be seen breaks that loop. Now, let's talk about the path forward. Safe visibility is not one size fits all. It's personalized. It's built around your needs, your rhythm, your energy, and your boundaries. Safe visibility usually has three parts: your emotional boundaries, because all of us have clear limits about what we share, um, when we want to engage, and how much energy we want to give to reactions. Okay, so you can be visible without being emotionally available to everyone. That's what you learn when you come along with me on the Safe to Be Seen journey. You'll learn pacing that honors you. So you'll start to move at a sustainable rhythm. You won't be dictated by algorithms, by the hustle culture, or by what other people are doing. You'll honor what pace feels right for you to move along and to keep it sustainable. Authentic expression, you'll show up as yourself, not performing for anyone's approval. And this is exactly what I teach across all my platforms too. So here on YouTube, Instagram for some gentle reminders, and school for that real life practice, and also, getting in contact, doing exercises, as well as availability to the booklets. In those real life practice with people who understand what this feels like, because other people are going through this as well. And that's the community you'll connect to. Because safe visibility is not just a concept, it's a skill. It's something you need to practice over time. And so by linking in with us here, hearing our learning bites, you might go over to Instagram to get, a little bit of idea of who I am and what's going on. And then you might want to join school and go through the first module, which is absolutely free. And then from there, you might decide to go into the paid community, to go deeper into our Safe to Be Seen program. So, okay, so let's make this real, or let's bring this into life by having a scenario or an example. So, meet Sarah. Sarah's a visual artist. She loves creating illustrations, but social media is overwhelming for her. It's not the posting itself, it's the pressure, the comments, the constant demand to keep up. So her safe to be seen approach looked like this. She posts once a week on a specific day. She turns off comments for 48 hours. She batches content creation during high energy days. And she has a trusted friend screen messages during launches. So that's what she's come up with as her rhythm, her practice, and the mechanism strategy she wants to use to feel safe while being seen. Now, Sarah didn't become more disciplined, she became more supported. Now she shares her work consistently without the emotional hangover that used to follow every post. That's safe visibility. All right, now let's meet James. James is a leadership coach. He's brilliant, but he avoids LinkedIn and networking. He wants to be visible, but he fears judgment from his peers. And he hates the pressure of daily posting. So instead of forcing himself into the loud version of visibility, he chose a safe version. His approach was He writes longer form articles instead of daily posts. He focuses on speaking to one ideal client, not everyone. He attends smaller gatherings instead of large conferences. He partners with a bolder collaborator who enjoys the spotlight. And now James has a thriving practice without forcing himself into tactics that drain him. Safe visibility doesn't demand that you become louder, it only helps you to become truer. And then there's Maya. Maya had a painful public experience, and after that, being seen felt terrible. It felt terrifying. For Maya, visibility wasn't just discomfort, it was her trauma. So her safe to be seen journey was phased. First, she started with private journaling to reconnect with her own voice. She shared her writing with one trusted friend. She gradually expanded her circle. She created a pseudonym for her first public writing, adding protection, and over time she began sharing openly with firm boundaries. This matters because safe visibility is not always about strategy. Sometimes it's about healing. Sometimes it's about rebuilding trust between you and your voice. And that's why we pace it. So now we come to the foundation of safe visibility. These principles make safe visibility possible. Number one, permission over pressure. You get to decide what visibility looks like for you, even if someone says you should be posting daily or you should be doing reels. You should share more personal stuff. No, permission is the beginning of safety. Number two, sustainability over strategy. If a tactic depletes you, it's not sustainable, no matter how effective it claims to be. Because what's the point of visibility if you lose yourself in the process? Number three, authenticity over performance. Your real voice, even if it's quieter, will always resonate more deeply than a forced persona. People connect to the truth about you. Number four, nervous system first. If your body says no, that's valid information. It's not something to override. Safe visibility listens to your system. It doesn't bully you. And when you build visibility this way, something beautiful happens. You stop disappearing and you start showing up in a way you can actually maintain. And I want to end here. You don't have to figure this out alone. If visibility has felt unsafe for you, you're not the only one. And you don't need to toughen up to be seen. Safe to be seen isn't about becoming someone else. It's about creating the conditions where you can be yourself more fully and let others see that gift. So if this resonates and you want to keep going, follow along here on our YouTube for the deeper teachings. Come say hi on Instagram for supportive reminders and visibility pacing. And if you want community, accountability, and a safe space to practice, join us on School. And if you're ready for something tangible, something you can hold in your hands and work through, my books and workbooks are now on Shopify. Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting yourself be seen safely. Ka kite.